Mumbai is running out of greenfield land, and redevelopment seems to be the next big housing cycle. According to a recent report, over 910 societies have already signed redevelopment agreements since 2020, unlocking nearly 327 acres of land. By 2030, this would translate into 44,000 new homes. The report also mentions there are about 1.6 lakh housing societies over 30 years old in Mumbai that are eligible for redevelopment. This shows that the current pipeline of 910 societies is just scratching the surface. To know more about Mumbai's redevelopment plan, we have with us Mr. Pakshal Sanghvi, Director, Sanghvi Realty, joined us from Mumbai. A very warm welcome, Mr. Pakshal.
Thank you so much, Reena, for inviting me. It's a great privilege to be a part of this upcoming show. I'm really happy to be here and discuss the major issue of redevelopment which has been going on in Bombay and the future of Bombay development.
To begin with, Mr. Bakshal, can you please explain us in simple terms why redevelopment is becoming so critical for Mumbai's housing future?
So, if you go to see, Mumbai is a very land starved city. We are a linear city compared to other cities in India. So, we have growth only on the linear line. So, as there is no scope for land development, the other thing which is majorly happening in Bombay is redevelopment. There are over 1.6 lakh societies which are 30 years old. So, there's a huge land chunk which is yet to be redeveloped. If you look at redevelopment in Mumbai, it's not just redevelopment of those buildings but upgrading the infrastructure of the city as well. So I see a huge potential in redevelopment. I think only few societies have gone into development right now, but there's a vast scope in coming years. And I think with the FSI benefits and government coming in, stepping us, providing benefits, will be really beneficial for both the parties in the future.
So, as per data, 910 societies have already signed for redevelopment agreements, unlocking nearly 327 acres, as we have previously mentioned. Do you see this space picking up further, or is still a drop in the ocean compared to Mumbai's total potential?
So if you go to see 910 societies, which is close to 327 acres, it's just the tip of the iceberg. If you go to see, there are more than 1.6 lakh societies which are eligible for redevelopment as per current schemes. So I see government coming in, they have provided a single window clearance for all redevelopment projects, which has helped a lot. Then time and again they keep coming up with formulas and FSI benefits which will help the other societies too. Let's take an example. There were some FSI benefits for roads or societies or which were on roads which were more than 12 meters. But then when government saw those are not helping the smaller societies, they've changed such rules to even 9 meters society. So step by step, everyone is in hand in creating a new Mumbai and developing all the old societies. I think if you go to see by 2030, I expect more than 40,000 societies to go under development and the pace will keep on increasing rapidly.
Mr. Pakshal, I would also like to understand from you that the western suburbs alone account for nearly 73% of supply. On the other hand, South Mumbai contributes very little. As per you, what is the reason behind this data?
So it's a very interesting question. What we've noticed is namely three suburbs, western suburbs, which you've named Borivali, Bandra, Andheri, even other suburbs in western areas are redeveloping at a rapid pace compared to South Mumbai. One major reason is because the land parcels of the societies there are huge and big. So it's easier to plan how societies carry out development. The other reason I see is the mentality of the people living in South Bombay. They are very stringent towards redevelopment of their societies. They consider living in South Mumbai as a pride and shifting somewhere else, even for a temporary period when their building is being redeveloped. It's very difficult mindset to convince, but slowly and steadily, we are trying to convince societies even in South Mumbai. The other thing, if you go to see in South Mumbai, major land parcels are landlord owned. The other members are tenant. Now, slowly, rapidly, societies have started taking convents, started going for development, and I think slow in next 5 to 7 years, South Mumbai will be a major player in society development compared to the suburbs. The trend will change, but it will take some time, and hard convincing on the mindset of people to get them going for society development.
So here, if we talk about timelines, it is like really long, 8 to 11 years. So if we ask about developers and societies, how do they manage the financial and emotional stress of such prolonged projects?
See what happens right now, the timeline for development of any society has been 8 to 11 years. What's happening is societies are generally not informed what process to follow to get their documents clear in certain process where they will be eligible for redevelopment according to the bylaws of DCPR. Now let's take an example of a project we had done. We had started talks with a project in a society in Kalina in 2014. It took us 4 years to get their conveyance documents in place, all the things sorted out, members, documents sorted, their agreements, original agreements, finding building OC plans. So there is a huge list of documents which need to be ready before the society can go for development. So what is happening? The builder is generally sitting with the societies and clearing those documents. So the timeline has been low, but what is happening since last 4 years? Societies have become smarter. They've started appointing PMCs. So when the builder is not there, the PMC takes place and they help the society sort all these documents. So what is happening is now the timeline will change because the society themselves are offering tenders where all their documents are clear. They've got the conveyance, their PR card and name, the title certificate, and then they are offering developers to come and giving the offers for development. So I see the timeline could be nearly 4 to 6 years max for smaller to bigger societies in coming years. And efficiently, the bylaws has also been improving. There are certain modifications there which are again helping the societies.
Here, I would also like to understand from you that one of the biggest concerns for residents during redevelopment is, will my new home truly stand the test of time? How do developers guarantee lasting quality?
So that's the most important question anyone, even me being a resident of a society which is going for development, would ask to the developer. So at our, we've set standard practices wherein we take care of all the designs in hand from start till the end. Let's say all our buildings at Sanghvi Realty are earthquake resistant buildings. We have special modeling softwares where we test all our columns and beams. Second is Mumbai has a problem of high floods. So you need to ensure that the buildings don't be a part of the flood prone area. How do we do that? We take levels of last 10 years flood levels from the neighboring BMC office and we try to keep our plinth above that level. So we are ensured that whatever happens, the water won't enter our building. The other thing is Bombay being very close to the coastal and the water, we have to take care of the moisture through the winds. So what we do is we ensure that our materials which are being used are water resistant or moisture resistant, which will help. Let's say for example we try to avoid glass cladding because sun is very harsh in Bombay. That will in case heat up the internal spaces. So we try to avoid that. We try to use cladding of stone materials, internal cladding of Italian marble, which will keep the spaces cooler. The other thing is we try to give a product which will be there how we've delivered till 10 years from the date we've delivered. So that's been our point number one. No matter what we do, we would like to create a product where we ourselves would like to reside and stay for a longer period of time.
At last, Mr. Pakshal, do you really think redevelopment can truly address Mumbai's affordability challenge, or will it mostly create mid to high end homes?
Right now, redevelopment is majorly for mid segment houses and high aspirational youth which are looking to upgrade their homes. What is happening? Unlocking land parcel in western and eastern suburbs will then create homes for affordable segments and make homes affordable in Bombay. Secondly, the government has come up with excellent schemes. For example, let's see cluster development, which is a scheme known as 33(9), especially for redevelopment of high land parcels. What is happening here is government is giving us extra incentive FSI at a very, very low premium cost. So ultimately, their aim is to make costing cheaper for developers, and ultimately, we have to offer that cheap costing houses to affordable segment homes. So down the line, everyone is working in hand to make homes affordable for Mumbaikars, but with the high construction cost it's becoming difficult, and even the premium rates. But ultimately, government had, even after COVID, given a very good discount on premiums, which had helped builders at lot. And if you go to see, the rates after COVID levels were very, very affordable compared to what they are today. So I think it will take time, but ultimately we will try to unlock bigger land parcels in western and eastern suburbs where we could offer affordable homes to everyone who wants them.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Pakshal, for such an insightful data.
Thank you so much. It was amazing being a part of this show. I think we've discussed in depth what a society or a redevelopment tenant goes through and what the future of Mumbai holds. It was amazing. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.